June 6, 1944 was a day that would forever change the course of history. It was D-Day the day. Allied forces launched a massive invasion on the beaches of Normandy, France, in an effort to liberate Europe from Nazi control. In the skies above this pivotal battleground, among hundreds of C-47 Dakotas, was an aircraft carrying members of the 101st Airborne Division, a group known as the Screaming Eagles. As paratroopers prepared to jump into the maelstrom below, they faced not just the threat of enemy fire, but the potential chaos of being scattered across the French countryside instead of following their intended drop zone. One paratrooper's valor and leadership amid the confusion and chaos would soon establish him as a legendary figure, Lieutenant Ronald Speirs. Born in Scotland and raised in Boston, Speirs embodied the spirit of a new breed of American soldiers who would go on to change the fabric of warfare through airborne operations. His journey began with a degree in accounting, but quickly spiraled into a path marked by courage, audacity, and moral complexity. With the stakes this high, every decision mattered, as did every action taken during the combat operations in Normandy and beyond. As Speirs made difficult choices, ones that would challenge the boundary between right and wrong, he evolved from a promising officer to a feared and respected leader. Speirs was not only a part of the gritty battles in Normandy, where he fought alongside fellow paratroopers to capture entrenched enemy positions at crucial points, but he also plunged into the intensity of conflict in Holland, Belgium, and beyond. Follow us as we uncover the compelling life of Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Speirs, who demonstrated relentless bravery in numerous theaters of war, sculpting a narrative of leadership that resonates through the annals of military history. We'll explore his evolution from a paratrooper in World War II to a seasoned commander, one whose moral complexity and fierce dedication to his men remind us of the heavy weight that true leadership carries, making him an enduring symbol of American valor. Ronald Speirs, a legacy of leadership. June 6, 1944, marked a defining moment in history as C-47 Dakotas soared over the English Channel, headed toward the shores of Normandy. Inside one of these planes was 2nd Platoon, Dog Company of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, part of the 101st Airborne Division. The tension was palpable as the jumpmaster shouted commands. "Stand up! Hook up! Equipment check!" The men responded, obeying the orders over the engine's monotone roar. Suddenly, the calm was shattered by the thunderous blasts of 88mm anti-aircraft artillery. The plane veered evasively, scattering their formation amid intense fire over Normandy. With each moment becoming increasingly perilous, the decision was made. The jump light turned from red to green, and the jumpmaster urged his men to leap into the unknown. One by one, the paratroopers exited the aircraft, darkness enveloping them, illuminated only by the flashes of enemy fire. The last to jump was the jumpmaster, his parachute deploying as he drifted into the chaos below. Each soldier would soon find themselves scattered across the French countryside, where a legend was set to emerge. Lieutenant Ronald Speirs was among those soldiers. Born in 1920 in Edinburgh, Scotland, he was the youngest of 5 children. His family relocated to Boston, Massachusetts, where he later earned an accounting degree from Bentley College. However, in 1942, he chose to join the United States Army. Initially assigned to the 339th Infantry Regiment within the 85th Infantry Division. But fate intervened, redirecting his military path into the elite realm of airborne operations, a radical new form of warfare that required soldiers to leap from perfectly functioning aircraft. Speirs eagerly embraced the challenge, no doubt, drawn by the chance to test his mettle alongside elite warriors and the enticing added bonus of $100 a month for officers. He joined the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, undergoing rigorous paratrooper training at Camp Toccoa and Fort Benning, Georgia, before heading to Camp McCall, North Carolina, to earn his jump wings. The 506th soon became part of the newly formed 101st Airborne Division, tasked with preparing for the historic Normandy invasion. Upon jumping on D-Day, Speirs landed about 4 miles off target, a common occurrence for paratroopers. Shortly after, Speirs linked up with fellow paratroopers Ardicio and an unnamed sergeant. While making their way toward their objective, they encountered 3 German soldiers who surrendered. In a controversial decision, Speirs ordered their execution, stating that they had no means to secure prisoners. A few hours later, Speirs is alleged to have executed 4 captured Germans himself. By dawn, he rejoined the elements of the 2nd Battalion and other scattered paratroopers, who were soon under fire from German howitzers. As the amphibious landings commenced, neutralizing the German artillery became paramount. The task fell to Speirs and other paratroopers, including those from Easy Company led by Lieutenant Richard Winters. During the assault on Brewery Manor, Speirs engaged the Germans aggressively, using his Thompson submachine gun to disable the enemy. When a grenade was thrown his way, he expertly dampened the blast by pushing it into the mud, thereby minimizing casualties among his men. The raid successfully destroyed multiple German howitzers, protecting Allied forces at Utah Beach. As morning unfolded, Speirs and Dog Company reached their objective at Samuri du Mall, preparing an ambush for retreating Germans. Here, another controversy would arise. A replacement sergeant under his command began to disobey direct orders while intoxicated, threatening the safety of the entire company. Despite Speirs' repeated commands for the man to stand down, the sergeant confronted him with a machine gun. In a desperate act of self-defense, Speirs shot and killed him. Reporting the incident to his commanding officer, who deemed Speirs' actions justifiable, his next mission involved securing the southern flank of the 4th Infantry Division during the critical assault on the heavily fortified town of Sinkham. Despite exhaustion from the preceding day's conflict, Speirs and his men valiantly repelled multiple German counterattacks, securing the area until Allied rescue arrived. For his bravery in combat, Speirs was awarded a Bronze Star for wounds incurred during the Normandy campaign. But Speirs' contributions didn't end with the invasion of Normandy. He participated in subsequent operations across Holland, Belgium, and Germany. During Operation Market Garden in Holland, he endured a severe wound in a reconnaissance mission. Later, at the Battle of Bastogne, he distinguished himself amidst the desperate fighting when the 101st Airborne Division found itself encircled by German forces. In January 1945, the assault on the town of Foy put Speirs back in the line of fire as Easy Company, under Lieutenant Norman Dake's command, faltered under heavy enemy fire. When Winters ordered Speirs to take charge, he acted with decisiveness, tackling the initiative. High-strung yet skilled, he sprinted into battle, directing the men to advance. Even when communication with other companies was vital, Speirs undertook the urgent task of informing Charlie Company while blitzing through suppressive fire. Miraculously, the Germans were initially caught off guard, sparing him a direct attack. Following the war's conclusion, Speirs' thirst for action led him into the Korean War in 1950, where he participated in numerous missions, including Operation Tomahawk. Even years later, he served in the Laotian Civil War, proving an invaluable asset to U.S. military endeavors. He returned home in 1964 as ALT Colonel, leaving behind a legacy marked by valor and service spanning 3 conflicts and 2 decades. Despite the radiant medals adorning his uniform, including the Silver Star, the Legion of Merit, and the Purple Heart, none shone as brightly as his pride for his son, Robert. In his later years, Speirs sought peace away from battlefields, returning to England and navigating a tumultuous personal life marked by brushes with death. Ultimately, Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Speirs carved out a legacy as a quintessential leader and embodiment of courage, tenacity, and the enduring spirit of American perseverance amidst adversity. His story profoundly reminds us of the complexities of war and the indelible marks left by those who bear witness to its trials.